All right, so this one was from Tyler, and I said I was going to answer it this week, so I highlighted it specifically for that reason. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on that first. So Tyler says, I received a message from someone that has helped me with SEO in the past, and this is what he said. I'd love to get your opinion on this. And I believe this is Tyler, one of my new link building clients. I would definitely wanted to answer this. He said, I recently created forum backlinks for a client, providing 50 forums in total. One forum alone achieved a reach of 17,000, while others also delivered excellent results. This shows that forum backlinks can drive significant traffic to your site if created strategically and on quality sites. Let me know if you'd like to apply this approach to your site. Yeah, I mean, forum links can still work. Active forums, like, I mean, think of like Reddit. Reddit is very much like a forum. You know what I mean? And Reddit gets a shit ton of traffic. You can drive a lot of traffic through Reddit in, active, what do they call them? Subreddits and that kind of stuff. Forums that are active, by all means, you can certainly drive traffic with forums. If they're active and, you publish a link, in a strategic way that sometimes isn't so spammy, you can actually get a lot of attention that way. It's difficult to do, I think, at scale or like in an automated way. It's something that is a much more manual approach. So it's not something that I would want to ever do just because it's not something that we typically, we try to do stuff that's more scalable, if that makes sense. But it certainly can work if done properly. Have you heard about the Google Stack, Cloud Stack, and Podcast backlinks? These are some of the most valuable types of backlinks as platforms like Google Cloud and Google Stacks and Google Stack. He means Google Drive. That's what he means. Or high traffic space. Well, I don't know. Is Google Stack a thing? Or high traffic spaces with billions of users? I don't think that's, I think he means Google Drive. If we generate backlinks on these platforms strategically, they can be incredibly beneficial to our site. Yeah, well, Google Stacks aren't going, if he's talking about the same kind of Google Stacks that we invented at Semantic Mastery back in 2015 with my former partner Marco, under what was called RYS Academy. No kidding. That's when like Drive Stacks were birthed. was was back in 2015 by us from Semantic Mastery with my former partner Marco. And those are Google Drive links, and they're still very valuable. Not as strong or as valuable as they used to be, but they are still very valuable, and we still use them. But it's not a traffic thing; it's a backlink thing. Just to be clear, drives Google unless it's ranked or you're driving traffic to the Google Drive files, and they can rank, by the way. But unless it's ranked for high traffic keywords and things like that, it's not a traffic thing. It's a backlink thing. But Google Stacks are still valuable. We still use them absolutely. As if you're a link building client of mine, we still do stuff with Google Drive or Google Sites, sites.google.com, Google Cloud Pages. So we still do a lot of that too. So I agree that those are good links. That's not about a traffic thing though. Typically, those are just about pushing links and link equity. If we analyze a website of $1 million companies, you'll notice that business blogs generate the most traffic through such backlinks. These companies have the resources to invest heavily in such backlinks, ensuring they remain consistently top ranked. Yeah, I mean, again, you can do those types of links also. It's hard to do at scale. That's why, like even my own agency, my white label agency, we don't do outreach types of links. They can still work, but that's like buying a guest post and stuff. What he's talking about, I think, is having links placed in more, very targeted articles that already are getting traffic and that kind of stuff. And you can still do that by, using typical guest post providers or niche edit providers. But you're going to pay very, very highly for those types of links if they're done that way, right? A lot of the niche edits and guest post providers, it's done through a lot of automation that they just identify posts and things that are relevant or within the metrics that they're selling you on, because that's how most of them still sell it, is on metrics and not really relevance. But if you do it properly, then yeah, you can get not only a link placed in a relevant article, which is great for SEO, but it also can be a traffic generator. That's the whole point, right? But those are typically very pricey type of links. If you're doing it at scale or with automation, they're not going to produce the kind of traffic that he's talking about there, if that makes sense. All right, moving on. That was a good question, though.